Good morning, my name is Terry. This is a yin practice for my friend Aommie. She presented me with some things she needed to work on, and I'm going to present her with some yoga practice that'll help her get through some tight muscles. So let's get started. The yin practice is a series of poses where you sit in the pose for 3 to 5 minutes and you let gravity do its job. Pulling your legs down. There's no force in yin yoga. So we're going to start with seated position. Just a seated cross-legged position on the floor. So however you want to sit, cross-legged. This is going to help release your hips and just get us going for the practice. So if you want to sit in lotus, if you're able to do that, if you need to separate your legs, if you need to put any supports under your legs, by all means, go ahead. Yin uses a lot of supporting devices, your blocks, your bolsters, blankets. So let's get started. I'll start the timer. I'll lead you through some breathing techniques to help your body relax. So, sitting here, if you want to close your eyes and just zone out while we're in the position, by all means. But we're going to start with some even ocean breathing. And ocean breathing, ocean refers to the sound in the back of your throat as if you were fogging up a mirror, like that. But you're going to breathe in through your nose, making that constriction sound in the back of your throat, and out through your mouth. So it kind of sounds like this. And this massages the vagus nerve that is the longest nerve in your body, and it triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and relax. So let's just give it a try. We're going to breathe in for 4 and 8 counts for out. It's a practice where at the beginning you're going to feel that you can't get enough oxygen, but just slow it down so you double your exhalation from your inhalation. So let's give it a try. Let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with that breathing. That's your pattern. I'll breathe with you without counting out loud. I'll tap here, and I'll get some benefits from the breathing as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. Now, from here, we're going to work a lot on our hips, lower back, and this helps with any kind of back problem. Your hip flexors make a big difference. They strengthen your lower back, your core. So from here, we're going to do butterfly, and I welcome you to sit on a blanket or a block or your bolster or a pillow, just to raise up your hips a little bit. If you can drop your knees, sitting like this all the way down, where you don't feel any kind of pressure in your lower back and your knees fall down, I welcome you to sit like that. Otherwise, let's sit on a blanket. I'll start the timer. And if you feel you need to sit on 2 blocks, by all means. In yin, there's no real rules. So what you want to do is your butt needs to be raised high enough so that there's no pressure on your lower back. This releases your lower back as well as your hips. So what you're going to do in this position, feet together, your feet should be about 3 to 4 hip distance or fist distance away from your pelvis. So once you're here, sit up nice and straight. Take a big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue that breathing. And what I want you to do is reach over your feet with palms up and let your head come down. So your back is curled. This is different than a yang practice where you want your back straight. This is releasing any tension all the way from the base of your spine to your pelvis. Just let everything roll over, drop your head down, and we're going to stay here. And continue that breathing pattern. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your balanced breathing. That's a technique that helps you reduce stress if you're in a stressful situation. If you're feeling a little down or sluggish, you can use this 4 in and 4 out, 4 out to help you kind of level out your stress levels. So let's continue with our whiskey breathing. Breathe in for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, we're going to do a forward fold. You're welcome to stay on your blanket or block or sit right on the floor. Extend your legs. Flex your ankles. You want to kind of engage your quadriceps just right now. When we go into the pose, you're going to relax everything. And that's called yin. Yang is where you're contracted and you're working. Yin is calm. So relax your quads. Let your legs fall out. You're going to inhale, exhale, and just fold over those legs, palms up. Roll your back, let your head fall down so you have a stretch from the base of your skull all the way down to your pelvis. Your palms are up because most people, when your palms are down, tend to sort of grip the floor a wee bit to see if they can get a little further into the pose. In yin yoga, that is not the point. You want gravity to relax you into your pose. Now we usually hold 3 to 5 minutes in each pose. And like I said, you can zone out, close your eyes and zone out. Let gravity do its job. You don't want to force anything in yin yoga. It'll all happen naturally. Now let's breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This pose relaxes and releases the tension in your lower back and your spine, as well as lengthening your hamstrings. Forward folds are one of the sort of most basic pose, but does so much for your body. And at nighttime, if you're having difficulty sleeping, a forward fold, you can just get up and stand beside your bed and do a forward fold, a standing forward fold, and it helps relax your body so that you can have a restful sleep. And with the breathing technique, it kind of calms your mind as well. And with every exhale, just see if you can go a wee bit further into the pose. Your body relaxes in stages. So you'll find that you're further into the fold now than when you first folded over your hips. Now inhale, release the pose, slowly walk your hands up. Take a breath. I have all my poses written down for my friend Aommie. Now we're going to do a forward fold against the wall. Now it's still basic, pretty easy. You might want to block. I'm going to move the camera so you can see just a wee bit against the wall. So, standing against the wall, your feet can be a little ways away from the wall. Just inhale, exhale, and just fold over those legs all the way down. Now you can adjust your feet in this position so they're close to the wall. You could put a block down or 2 blocks if you feel you're going to fall over. With your feet closer to the wall, you get a bit of a different kind of stretch. And again, let your shoulders relax, let your head hang down, your palms are up. If you move your feet a little further away from the wall, your stretch comes a bit higher up. So whatever feels comfortable for you today is where you should be. Hang over. Relax your neck. Just let the weight of your body pull you down. And if you want to put your hands on a block, or if you want to put your head so it's resting on the block, you'll find when you start out that you might need a little extra support if you use blocks. And by the end of the pose, you'll need to remove one of the blocks because you're a little further into the pose. But think of that breathing. Let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing pattern. Let gravity pull you into the fold. Relax your belly. Suck your belly button up and back. You'll find you'll have a little more room to fall into that fold. Think of your breathing. Release the tension. Let the tension go. Just kind of visualize it coming out of your back and out of the back of your legs. Release those shoulders and let them just fall down. Relax that neck so it's just bobbing like an apple on a tree. Continue with your breathing. And if you find, you're getting too uncomfortable, you're too far into the pose, Concentrate on your breathing. Okay, release the pose. Inhale. Slowly walk yourself up to standing position. Now turn and face the wall. We're going to do another forward fold this way. And again, you can use a block. Sometimes people feel stable if they put it in between their feet. Sometimes they need it for their head. But have them there in case you want them. And what we're going to do is a forward fold against the wall. So you face the wall, fold forward, and then walk your feet closer and closer to the wall. And then from here, you sort of continue to wiggle. You just kind of walk your back down, or your neck or your head. You just kind of, like a caterpillar, you just keep moving your head a little further. And again, you can use a block for your head, use it for your hands, or you can just hang there. Concentrate on that breathing. You want that breathing in for 4 and out for 8. And again, you can zone out, close your eyes, and just relax. Visualize good energy coming in when you breathe in for 4 counts. And visualize all the bad juju coming out when you exhale for 8 beats. Hold it here. Relax your belly button up and back. And you'll feel the stretch here a little different than when your bum was against the wall. This is pretty intense. People think that forward folds are pretty darn easy, but when you turn and face the wall and do a forward fold, it's pretty intense. And like I said, if you feel, oh, okay, I'm good, walk your head a little further down like a caterpillar. Keep your palms up. Another minute left. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing in that pattern, making that ocean sound in the back of your throat. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Hold it here. Inhale and release the pose. Kind of walk your feet away from the wall. Walk your hands up your legs, nice and slow. When you're in the yin positions, you'll find that a lot of times when you come out of the pose, it doesn't hurt, but you can feel the stretch and your muscles going, hey, what's going on? Okay, on your mat, grab your blocks, and we're going to do puppy dog or heart opening. Put your blocks out in front of you, and you're going to rest your forearms on your block. And it's kind of like a child's pose, but what you're doing is opening your heart and stretching out your shoulders. So you can clasp your hands if you want, and you just stretch out like that, letting your forehead come down to the mat. If you find that your forehead is, you're right down to the mat and you're not getting a stretch in your shoulders, turn your blocks up. You can change the position of your blocks at any time and go further into the pose. You can try just like that with your hands relaxed, or try to you can put them in prayer position behind your head.
like that. Wherever you feel the best sensation. For me, my hands out feel the best. It gives me a really good stretch all through my armpit and down my side. When I put it like this, it's a bit of a different stretch in a different place. And like I said, whatever feels good for you today is what you can do.
There's no real rules in yin yoga.
So you just stay here, think of your breathing, and with every exhale, you'll feel you go a little bit further into that pose, a little bit further into that stretch. So this is sort of stretching your upper back, your shoulders, your armpits. And you may feel the sensation change throughout the pose. But if at any time you feel sharp pain, back out of the pose or come right out of it. And you can go into a resting child's pose. You should feel now that your head is coming much closer to the mat. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with your breathing. Continue to fall further into that stretch. Take some big inhalations. You'll feel a little different sensation. And inhale. Slowly walk yourself out of the pose.
Now, lying flat on your mat, on your tummy, we're going to do Sphinx. So, it's pretty simple. You think it's pretty simple? All you do is lay on your mat, put your elbows under your shoulders, hands flat down, and just relax. And you can let your head fall down. That gives you a little bit different stretch. This is kind of releasing your back a wee bit. And you'll feel like your body relaxes in stages. 18 seconds is your first release, and I can always feel that one. Now, if you feel a difference, strengthen your shoulders and retract your shoulders. It puts a different bit of a stress on your back. Your cut kind of goes lower, further down your back. Let your shoulders release. Drop your head. And you'll feel a different sensation again. So yin yoga is all about your body being a wet noodle and letting all your muscles relax. Every part of your body in a pose. And again, if you feel any kind of sharp pain in your lower back, back out of the pose. Go into a restful child's pose. And today we're holding everything for about 3 minutes. So like I said, 3 to 5 minutes. And if you get into this practice and you're doing it and you're finding that, okay, 3 minutes is not enough, well, go on your own and do it for 5 minutes, or, hang out in any position you like that's good for you. Think of your breathing, in for 4 and out for 8. Ocean sound in the back of your throat. Just relax into the pose.
Concentrate on your breathing. And also notice the difference of when you start a pose to when you come out of it. You have stretched considerably in just 3 minutes. Now, inhale, walk yourself out, and just come into a child's pose. Round your back off. This is counter pose for your back bend, which is your sphinx. Just take a big breath in and feel the air fill the back of your lungs. Okay, come out of the pose, and what we're going to do is step your right foot forward. Keep your left knee on the ground. Turn your foot out at about 30 degrees, and you're just going to stay in this position. And again, you need to relax, and you're not holding the position. So, straight arms. If you can come down to your elbows, by all means, come down to your elbows. Keep stretching. You have an extension on your back leg and your hip, and you have flexion in your front hip. Now, you may feel it in your butt, on the inside of your right leg, or all on your left leg. And that's all fine. Breathe into your pose, in for 4 and out for 8. And you can relax your head down. And try not to fall over onto your left leg. You sort of want to be right in the middle. Your left leg should be straight down behind you. And breathe into the pose. You'll find you're going a little bit further. Every breath, every exhalation, just kind of drop a little bit more. And then you might need to slide your blocks in and rest on your elbows. Or one elbow and one hand. But try to keep, don't fall over to your left, but try to keep it nice and straight. And you can let your head dangle. You want your entire body to be a wet noodle. Think of that breathing. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Concentrate on your breathing. You're probably feeling a little uncomfortable right here. Stretch it out a little more. Continue with your breathing. Think of your breathing, not the sensation in your hips. Go further and further into that pose. Inhale and walk yourself out very slowly. Slowly, 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 slowly. Bring your right leg back to center. Kind of shake out your legs a wee bit. Now let's do the other side. Bring your left leg up. Foot at about 30, 45 degrees. Your knee should be directly over your foot. You don't want your foot or your knee angled more than the other. So right here, hold it. Now notice the difference from this side to the other side, and notice the difference from the beginning of the pose right now to the end of the last one, and you'll go, hey, this is way different. It is. You're stretching into it. Think of that breathing, in for 4, out for 8. Make sure you use that ocean breath. A lot of people know it as Ujjayi breath, or Ujjayi. And again, don't fall over to the right. You want to keep that right leg straight underneath you. Hold it here. Relax those muscles. Your muscles are going to try to contract and not let you go into the pose. You want to purposely relax and let your hips and legs go into wet noodle. So nothing is holding you back. So that you can get further into a stretch if you relax those muscles. So you may find now, oh, I can use a block. Let your head dangle. Look at your leg. Make sure you're not falling over to the right. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. When you do a 4-4 count breath, that is your balanced breathing that you can use anytime, anywhere, any time of the day, for any situation. What we do in yin, when we do the 4-8 count, that relaxes you. And if at nighttime you find that you can't sleep, lay there in a comfortable position, supine, your legs falling out, your hands just relaxed. Relax your shoulders, and you do the 4-8 count, massaging that vagus nerve with your ocean breath. You'll fall asleep in no time. This relaxes your body. Now inhale and slowly walk out of this position. Bring your knees down into tabletop. Just kind of roll around, move your hips. Just kind of massaging and letting all the juice go into your hips. Now we're going to do a chest opener, a supine chest opener, or prone chest opener. You're going to lie flat down on your back, or on your tummy. Extend your right arm directly out from your shoulder. And you're just going to roll towards that arm. And if you can only go here, that's fine. If you can go further, you bring your leg up, but keep your arm straight out from your shoulder. You can use a block for your pillow. And I will change sides so you can see. You can see this side. You hold it here. And like I said, if you put your leg behind you, you can put your other arm behind you and just let it fall out. Continue with your breath. 4 in and 8 out. And you'll find in this stretch particularly, you'll go further and further into that stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. You can use your left hand for kickstand if you aren't far enough over and you feel like you're falling forward. You can just put your left hand out there to keep you from falling over. Put it behind you, you go further into the stretch. Now let's concentrate on our breathing. In for 4 and out for 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. That's your balanced breathing. Now, let's do whiskey breathing. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. And you'll find when you inhale, you'll feel more of a stretch. You'll feel a little sensation in that shoulder. And when you exhale, your body relaxes and you go a little bit further. Now inhale, slowly roll onto your tummy. And let's do the other side. Put your left arm out straight from your shoulder, so it's sticking straight out like that. And roll over on it. And again, you'll find a difference in sensations on both sides. Maybe the left arm, you can't go quite as far. Maybe you can go farther. But hold it here. And if you want, you don't have to use a block for a pillow. You could let your head come down and feel a little bit of a stretch in your neck. For me, that's really not comfortable. I get kinks in my neck. So this way, my body totally relaxes and I don't have to hold my head up. Continue with your whiskey breathing. In for 4 and out for 8. Make sure you make that ocean sound in the back of your throat. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. When you take that big inhalation at the beginning, you'll feel it. You'll feel the different places where your body is stretching. And on the exhale, your body will even release further. But remember, you want your body, every muscle, to be a wet noodle. You don't want to have to be holding anything in position. This is one of my favorite stretches. And with a yin practice, you can do this at nighttime watching TV. It also relaxes your body, so when you go to bed, you fall asleep relatively quickly. You have no tension left in your body, your muscles, your neck, your shoulders. And you practice your whiskey breath, you're asleep in no time. Inhale and slowly roll out of the pose. Nice and slow. And kind of wiggle your shoulders around just to get things flowing again. Now we're going to do our bow tie pose. And what you do is walk your hands underneath
right underneath your shoulders, right underneath so they cross. So they're crossed in front of you, like that. And then while you're on the floor, you can go further and further, walking your fingers out, and you let your weight sit on those elbows. Now you can use a block to rest your head on, but I just sort of rest my chin on that upper arm and just let yourself fall into the pose. And while you're in the pose, you may be able to walk your fingers out a little bit further. This is called bow tie. So breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is sort of a counter pose for our chest opener we just did. It really takes the tension out between your shoulder blades. Relax into it. Remember, wet noodle. That includes everything. Butt cheeks, everything. Relax, relax, relax. I always find when I've done a really good yin practice that you stand taller and more comfortably. And you can just give yourself a different sensation, just kind of wiggle up a little bit or wiggle back, and it'll be a different sensation altogether. Now, breathe in, walk your hands and shoulders back to center. Just kind of roll around a little bit so your shoulders get a little juice flowing. Now let's turn over on our back. And we're going to do supported fish. So take your block. I use one for my head. You don't have to. A lot of people can just let their head fall. You're going to put your block between your shoulder blades. So you can have your block this way, or this way. Whatever feels good for you. I'm going to put my block lengthwise this way. Put it down. You lay on your block. Adjust it to where it feels good. For me, like I said, I always use one for my head. You don't have to. Get our timer going. Now, you just relax in this position. Let your head fall back. You want to release tension from the front of your neck. You want your shoulders to fall out. And hold it here. If you find with your block up that way is too intense, just turn your block the other way. Or flat. Whatever's good for you today. There's no rules in yin yoga. arms are down right now, and you're relaxing into the stretch. You're using your whiskey breath. You're feeling pretty good. Let's bring our arms above our head and feel a difference there. Now I usually hang out here with my hands clasped so that I'm not forcing my arms, I'm not using any muscles. Just so they're hanging out here. Continue with that breathing. Opening your chest. Opening and spreading your ribs. And then from here, cactus your arms. And all that means is keep your elbows bent at about 90 degrees and just slowly let them come down and feel a difference of sensation in your shoulders. You may find that you get a better stretch or a stretch you like more with your arms above your head. You might find this is better. And if you feel tingling in your hands or your fingers, that's normal, that's fine. But if you feel any sharp pain, back out of the stretch or come completely out of it. Now slowly let your cactus arms come down. You'll feel another stretch in your chest and shoulders. And you hold it wherever you feel good. Just stop right there. And breathe into the pose for 4. Exhale for 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Now breathe in, roll over to your side, and remove that block. And remove the block if you had one for your head. We're going to do our final Shavasana. You can use a bolster under your legs, bolster under your pillow, blocks under your knees. For me, I always find if I lay down and then put my blocks underneath my thighs, it sort of takes a little pressure off my lower back. If you're fine laying flat down, by all means, let your legs flop out. Your palms are facing up. Close your eyes and let the tension leave your body. Relax your feet. Visualize the tension and the stress coming out of your ankles, flowing away from your body. Visualize the tension coming out of your knees. Relax your quads. Relax your glutes. Feel yourself sinking further into that stretch. Relax your belly. Relax your shoulders. Feel the tension coming out of your neck and shoulders. Visualize it coming up and floating away from you. Relax your cheeks, let them slide back. Relax your forehead. Let your tongue come off the top of your mouth. And just breathe into the pose. Through your nose, normal breath.
Wiggle your fingers. Let's come back to ourselves. Wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists. And when you're ready, roll onto the side, whatever side is good for you today. And push yourself up into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Cross your legs. Feel the difference in your cross-legged position now as when you first started. I'm going to lead you in some balanced breathing, since we sat here and went totally into relaxation, kind of bring you back to center. And again, use your ocean breath, that sound in the back of your throat. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Normal breathing now. Open your eyes. Bring your hands in prayer position at your heart. May the light in me join the light in you. Namaste. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed our practice today. Nice yin stretch practice. Aommie, I hope this worked for you. And we'll be seeing you later. Have a good day, everyone.